Inside this training today, I'm going to share with you how to unlock alpha states of consciousness for superconscious manifestation and creative flow. This is something that I do on a daily basis. This is a technique that I share with all of my soul aligned clients, whether they're in my business growth group or they're inside of my one-on-one soul journey coaching. And I'm really excited to share it with you. So I just got back yesterday from spending the entire day out in nature doing meditation, superconscious manifestation, opening a channel to the divine where I channel my most potent, creative, intuitive ideas. And I share these gifts and ideas with the world. And it's something that you can do too. In fact, you may already be doing it and just not know that that's what you're doing if you're anything like me. So give me a thumbs up, drop a comment if you have ever been in a state of meditation, if you've ever found that your mind is wandering and you start to have some of your most potent, your most creative, your most inspired, or your most imaginative ideas. So when I step away from the noise and I drop into a state of pure presence, everything clicks because I reconnect with my essence. I have a retreat named Return to Your Essence, my truth, and I received my most aligned downloads. So, because my channel, and I don't mean YouTube channel, I mean my divine channel is now open permanently because this is an art form that I've been practicing for many, many years. It doesn't have to take you many years. That's the good news. I can show you the shortcuts. I can give you the quick way to quickly tune in, realign, and reconnect with your essence and with your divine nature and presence. And so I have divine downloads like this regularly. Just the other day, when I was meditating out in nature, I had a super clear vision that I've just shared inside of my Facebook group. I had a vision of a retreat space and a retreat center. And I also had a vision of a guest artist residency. And sure enough, later that day, I received an email from a resort that I have been in communication with saying that they're open to hosting evenings and events with artists. This is a total confirmation from the universe that this is in alignment, that this download, that I'm on the right track. So whenever you think of something and then immediately you receive the confirmation from the universe, whether it be in a form of an email, a phone call, a conversation, we're all connected by this collective consciousness. And when you open the divine channel, what you'll see happening more and more is you'll have these inspired visions, these inspired downloads, and then you'll receive confirmation almost immediately that you're on the right track. This is exactly what happened with my mastermind, Visionary Creativity. I had the idea that I wanted to run a fourth business growth mastermind. And within the week, I received confirmation in the form of a client that was interested in the exact thing that I was creating and going to be offering. So this is the magic of regularly dropping into alpha states. So when you practice this, you become a magnet for soul-aligned opportunities. You download clear guidance for your next steps. So you step out of that confusion, the feeling of being stuck, the feeling of uncertainty, or receiving mixed signals, not knowing what to do next. And you start to really manifest with your highest vision and ease. So, how can you go even deeper into this? So, first, I just want to tell you about my Visionary Creativity Mastermind, which we just channeled our $1 million visions inside. And it's not too late to jump in. I have a very specific number of women that I'm calling into this experience. And I also have 10-week soul awakening journey. So, if you're interested in either a business growth mastermind or a soul awakening journey, then just drop the word mastermind into the comments, or drop the word soul awakening, and I can share more with you about how we can open up your intuitive channel. But I'm going to be sharing an exercise a little later in this training of how you can exactly do that so that you can release limitations, clear the channel, and really activate your ability to live in flow and synchronicity. So I love synchronicities. It's just like proof that you're on the right track, that we're not just creating this all here alone, that we are actually co-creating with others, other people. We're co-creating with source. And when you start to walk this path, I always say like life becomes really magical. So the mundane, the daily, the daily things, the daily to-dos become quite magical. So you start to release different karmic patterns. So if you've ever felt like you're looping in the same reality, I know I felt that way. So let's be honest. If you felt like you keep coming back to the same place and you're desiring a new outcome, then you will start to release these karmic patterns that are keeping you stuck. You will expand your creative channel to receive regular downloads. You'll start navigating the ups and the downs of business with grace and trust because that's all part of the cycle, right? Sometimes you step back to spring forward. And this is the work that changes everything because you're not just building a business, you're building a soul aligned life that's rooted in freedom. It's rooted in you being in your magic, in your power. And so I want to walk you through how to enter these alpha states to receive the biggest downloads. So whenever I want to reconnect with my divine channel, I head out to nature. I sit in stillness and I connect back to my breath and my body. So breathing in the earth, feeling the connection with the frequency of earth, tuning into the trees. And I have several meditations where I share this, the trees, the bird song, and I just start tuning in to the sounds around me. I tune into the sounds around and then the sounds within, and I just listen deeply. So you can do this too. You can find a quiet place. You can close your eyes and you can start to breathe deeply. You can start to breathe slowly, taking rhythmic inhales and exhales, feeling your body settle, imagining the roots growing into the earth. So, really anchoring your body here in the earth and allowing your mind, your consciousness, the beta brain waves, which is the state that we're normally in, the doing and the thinking state, to soften into being. And when you do this, you allow your mind to, or your thoughts to float by like clouds, dropping into a state of pure presence and being. And from this state, you'll be able to tap into super conscious guidance. You'll be able to feel intuitive nudges around your next steps, and you'll open your creative flow and allow new ideas to land. So later in this video, I'm going to share with you an exercise where I enter an alpha meditative state through creative expression. I filmed it before this because I like to do it completely uninterrupted so I can really practice what I preach. And so I'm going to be sharing a simple but powerful art exercise so that you can do it right now. So I'm sharing basically two ways. One is to go out into nature and to just meditate and get in the body and get in the breath. And the second way is through entering alpha flow states through an intuitive art exercise. I've got the painting here drying that I was just working on. It's a simple meditative painting with repetitive brush strokes and movements, which I'll be sharing with you. And you'll need a sheet of watercolor paper and some paint if you'd like to do the exercise. I'm going to invite you to breathe in deeply and set an intention to receive guidance and to let your brush move intuitively. And so if you're watching this inside the group, I'll be cutting to that in just a moment. So after the exercise, I would like to invite you to do this regularly. I do this before I'm hosting retreats, before I'm hosting women in any sort of creative container or program, and it clears my channel and opens me up to receive divine creative flow. I also encourage you to grab a journal after. I'm going to link to my manifestation journal in the comments, but grab your journal and write down whatever comes through after you've opened the channel, whether you decided to meditate today or whether you decided to do the intuitive art exercise. I want to invite you to write down the downloads that came through after you do the exercise. So this is where I've had visions of collaborations. I've heard a name of someone that I should reach out to. And there's been something really important, that I'm meant to reach out to them about. This is where I've downloaded new programs through my channel and even an entire retreat concept that is dropped in. So to recap, when you enter the alpha state, whether it's through nature, whether it's through like meditative, sitting or entering into a creative flow, then you open your channel to the divine guidance. You start to receive crystal clear downloads for your next steps, and you align with the higher frequency of your highest visions. If you're ready to go deeper into this work, to release old karmic patterns, to activate your soul power, and to live a life of synchronicity, creativity, and abundance, then I invite you to join me inside of either the mastermind if you are a business visionary and you're ready to have some support and some mentorship on your journey, or I invite you to DM me about a soul awakening one-on-one spiritual journey. And together we'll release blocks, we'll expand your channel, and we'll co-create a reality beyond your wildest dreams. So thanks so much for joining me today. I loved having you here live with me, and I'll see you in the next training.